My goodness.
Until
That was a very interesting round two, which technically isn't over until after this
which
agenda
was a
phase,
huge
but
mistake.
Yeah.
good
I hate
times,
my
good
slice
times.
very much.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the most noteworthy developments are TG scoring as many points as he wants to, RY's taking Mechatol Rex forever,
I put both
and
at the bottom.
Scooter
because
losing the game.
They were late.
I know. That's basically that's a good
Ready?
recap actually.
That's
For
it.
7.
All right, ancient
RY's
Burial
is
Sites.
strong, TG's winning,
Ancient
and
Burial
Scooter's
Sites
not
going
winning.
once,
That's all you need to
twice.
know at this
That's
point.
all you need to
at
know.
this
That's-
juncture.
It's a good enough recap. So we are gonna see an ancient burial sites here.
Mantis?
I believe Mantis played this.
I don't know. I want to play it on somebody, but nobody's really got a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Or Arwise played it and he's considering Mantis. I can't tell.
I guess it is you, Northstar.
It's not Matt. I was just counting. It's me. So I'm losing 3.
Matt has a ton.
Oh yeah, Matt has a ton.
Okay,
I
so
would lose 7, but I think
it appears
I think
it appears that it was a
I
play
think I
by
deserve to.
on the ancient burial sites.
All right, flipping it. Research team warfare. Attach this card to the elected planet. And when the owner of this planet researches
Just
tech, he
pouring a
may
little
exhaust this
bit
card to
more
ignore
salt in
1 red
Scooter's
prereq.
wound there.
It's on a hazard.
Well, it doesn't look like Scooter exhausted the planets
Anyone
yet,
wanna
but I
play,
believe he will.
No, he ended up playing it elsewhere, I
Veto,
think.
because there's no
Okay.
quash.
Yeah, he ended up playing it elsewhere.
All right. I don't
But,
have writers.
So this isn't a bad card to get. I mean, we have round 3 coming up. There's
I'm
plenty of
assuming
time
no
to make
writers from
use
anyone, so we
of
can
this
start votes with
agenda
Purple.
for whoever is able to acquire
Me?
it.
Oh, I start too. What?
You know what I would like to
With
see?
all 6.
I'd like to see Minister of
I
Industry
will
come
put,
out,
none
which
into
lets you
anything.
build from a space dock right when you put it on a board. I'd love to see that come out and Matt get a hold of it just to make, because that would spark a recovery, you know?
Yeah, and Matt sell his soul.
Yeah.
He,
and
will,
everything.
he
I'm
would
on
sell
Korea.
everything to get it. He would sell it all.
All right.
Yeah, it's all coming out. I mean, he's already copped up the support, but you know, he's selling the trade agreement. Whatever deal he's got to make to get that card, he's gonna make it, and they
I
might
love
give it to
playing
him
with
if
the
it came up.
moderator.
So Matt did have
It
7
feels really good.
influence tied up in
Hey, Green, you
cultural here, and he
wanna
didn't
vote
get
on
ancient
anything?
burial cited.
No.
Surprising.
Do they want us to moderate the agenda phase?
No, we're not
All
supposed to
right,
moderate
Mantis.
anything,
Put 2
really.
on
Okay.
there.
I mean, we can, but we're kind of busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not busy at all, but
Yeah, you're right. You should be taking over some of these duties. I'm busy filling out all these damn charts. Looks
It's
like we had
better
a couple
this
of
way.
votes on Mir. Whoops.
Now, do
A
I-
couple of votes on Mir for this elected hazardous planets. We got a vote on Freya for this technology skip.
yeah, I
No,
mean,
fuck it. I'm gonna put 2 on Mehar Zul.
and Mantis
And
just, you
break
know,
the
he
tie
throws
for
a couple
Marzul.
votes out there because he just
Marzul.
rather not anybody else
Marzul.
get
He wanted
it.
the double red skip.
He doesn't need it. He definitely doesn't need a double red skip.
I
But
know
it's
you
nice
did,
to be able to
but-
skip
Sorcerer,
red
you don't even need
without
to-
spinning any
what?
influence.
All right.
You know, without spinning the actual planet to do it.
Well, now
That's
he can
true.
get the salt
So-
cannon without having to spend Mayor Zool.
That's
Exactly.
true.
All right, so
I don't
where
have
did
to
it?
spend my
Did it end up
research
going
points
to
for
Mir?
assault cannon. That's exactly what I did for Hyper, by the way.
It ended up going for Mehar
I double
Zul.
skipped for it.
Yeah.
So it
Aw,
actually
man,
ended up
so
on
I'm
the other red
bored.
tech skip planet. So
That's
now-
that's a tough exhaust though. Mihar Zul already has a red skip, so
Well,
it's
that's
a
the thing.
double red skip now.
No, but the
Landed
thing
Beach
about
Values,
Research Team
so
Warfare is when
whatever.
you use it, you don't exhaust the planet.
So, anyone want to
Yeah,
play
you exhaust
Veto?
that card.
Oh, exhaust the card.
So
Me.
Right.
it could be a double red skip, but
Alright,
here's the thing is,
anyone wanna play a
Snorcer's
writer? I
already
don't have a
analytical,
writer.
so he already skips a
I'm
tech.
assuming no writers
when
from
he gets
purple,
tech.
yellow.
So with that free red tech skip he just got, he could go straight to assault
Writer yellow.
cannons.
Mm.
Straight to assault cannons. If he
Yellow?
takes a tech card,
Armors?
he can go, which he doesn't need to because he's brilliant.
Right.
He can go assault cannons, and then use the red skip on his planet for War Suns next round.
And he may indeed need to do that with Mantis taking all of his planets.
Put mine down. I'd put it on.
Well, I think those days are over now that
Lodor?
Snorcer has exotriremes. Exotriremes, some
They are-
people will argue, is one of the best technologies in the game
All right,
because it can
green.
stop anything in its tracks. It can stop War
So
Suns.
riders.
You got Super
Okay.
Dreads, they're gone. You got a
white.
flagship, it's dead. The Exotriums have
alright,
that
start
kind
with
of weight
purple.
and power.
Yeah, they're
So-
a very heavy
Um,
deterrent from even
I can't
being
imagine
attacked
anyone
in the
else buy my
first
votes,
place.
but
Yes,
just
and
thought
once
it
I
out
have
there
him on the
to try to
board,
make this happen.
you can't touch me.
I'll
And
vote
that's
for
the position that
almost nothing
Snorcer has got
for
himself in.
For
Right.
as little as you can think of to give me.
Yeah, I can't give you anything.
Oh, what's this?
Matt just offered something.
I don't agree with you on that one, Ginger.
Oh, no, hold up.
And generally, I do agree with Ginger on most of what he says.
Well, War Suns
Um,
a lot of times are not that
you'll give me
viable,
that for all my
right, to
votes?
get in the course of a game,
Okay, cool.
even to get to.
What do you want me to do?
But in a Franken game,
on
things
14.
change, right? In a
6 on
Franken
14.
game, like you might have a race that can
Who
put
has to
that
but
that War Sun on the
Oh.
board real easy.
Is the dual on
So
for that?
the rules are not the
I gave
same
him
in a
an action
Franken
card
game.
from
So,
about 6 to 14.
and he probably, if I was him, I wouldn't get any War Suns because I got Exo Triremes,
Hello?
which are
Otherwise,
better.
you're up.
Right? They can do more stuff, right?
I'm
In this
thinking
particular
I wanna
instance.
try to work
I was just
something
saying,
out,
like,
like,
what he
maybe
can do with
Mantis
what he's
on
got,
board.
you know.
I guess I got
He
Mantis.
definitely can get to assault cannons
I don't wanna lose
without
my
spending
lower
anything extra, you
Who
know.
put these
So-
6 votes? Was that Purple putting 6 votes on one of Matt's planets? Hunter trying to do Matt a favor here, I
I
guess.
guess I kind of.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make somebody's planet not invadable, maybe you do it to someone who's not near you.
What,
Right.
what kind of deal? I mean, I guess if you
This
make deals
planet
with
isn't
everyone
near
else,
isn't near me,
would've-
and I want to invade the planets near me or be able to. So,
And it isn't equidistant that Mantis could
Just wait to get back
oh,
here.
could possibly hit as well,
Deal.
I don't. Yeah.
and you're essentially making it permanent
Like
for
salivating
Matt.
over
And then it would make Matt essentially uneliminatable. He'll always he'll
Well-
always have Dorkon.
yeah, that's true. He'll never be eliminated. I hadn't considered it. And nobody's got peace accords. So yeah, the only way
They'd have to repeal the law.
they would have to repeal the law, and or another agenda that gives a planet away come up.
And we see some more votes coming on it from R-Wise as well. And then Mantis says, fuck it, I'll throw my 10.
So,
I don't understand this
go
reasoning.
ahead and take it.
But if I was Welch, I'd be happy about this because it means your support is never going to be worthless at least.
That's true. You've locked in the support forever.
So actually, more good things for
Those are
Welch
both
from
a couple
this.
of very good
On the planet itself.
insights that you
Oh,
made
that
into
always
that
felt so
situation.
good.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Can't be eliminated, and the support's good forever. I like it.
So Welch is probably like, hey, not bad.
Strategy time.
Yeah, that's a great round for
Alright,
T.
so,
In the end,
could-
In the
It's-
end, it was good for Welch.
what's good for the goose is good for
Yeah.
the gander.
Alright.
And TG Welch is the gander, and everything's coming up Millhouse for TG.
It is. It's really going to be up to R-Wise to do something about TG
Yeah,
Welch at some
I'm sure
point.
if we looked long enough, we could find a reason why Snorcer winning Research Team Warfare was good for TG Welch as well.
I mean, he's sitting over here on his 6 non-home planets with literally no units to
Nothing-
show for it.
nothing.
But he's winning the game
winning.
with 4 points.
He's got
Fine,
two
I just wanted to
ships
put it out there. I'll take it.
on the
even
board.
though
They're both
there's
carriers.
no
He's got 2 carriers.
but
That's it.
That's it.
And his 4 points.
Yeah. Yeah.
Public
Secrets.
objectives.
So
It's incredible.
Publics, yeah.
It's incredible.
I would look for R-Wise to do something about this, but the thing
know,
is
the
he doesn't
trouble
have
is-
he doesn't have any ground forces in
You're
position,
right.
and he's not giving up Mechatol.
You're
for
right.
that.
You're right.
So maybe TG Welch just sits pretty because he definitely doesn't have to worry about Matt anytime soon.
For at least a bit.
I'll
He'll be sitting there
take
pretty
Imperial,
for
but
at
I'm a
least
good
bit.
guy, and I want
So,
everybody to have to say.
All right, well, with that, let's go ahead and update the
Yeah.
card selection that's happening
You're,
right now.
You're a hero.
I am a hero. Yum yum yum.
I might even be looking. Maybe R-Wise takes
All right, so what do we got? Who is speaker?
Imperial if it comes
So
to
we've
him.
got Snorcer taking trade here. We've got an Imperial pick from Wham Dog.
Yep.
I know what Matt needs.
Even if it's only to keep it out of R-Wise's hands, because R-Wise is not losing Megatol.
I mean, is he looking to get
Oh, I kinda wanted you
2
to just take
objectives
all
this round? I don't
yeah.
think so, right?
Yeah. No. I mean he should be.
Contemplating
He's probably looking at picking up another planet somewhere. Like, could be Tiba, right?
Okay, well, construction's still here, so this should be a very easy pick for
Take
Scooter.
construction, Or are you doing something else?
If you don't take politics, I'd probably take politics. If you take politics, I'm not sure what I take.
What is he even discussing taking
Is
politics?
there a world where I buy the speed
with
thing
Mantis
off you
here?
when you take politics?
Because he wants to work out a deal before he takes construction.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it would be.
He
right
wants
now.
Mantis to take construction
I
instead.
think he wanted to know if
Very
Mantis
important
if there was a
thing to me.
possibility he was going to take construction. So at least
So that
it's
he
on
wouldn't
the
have
board.
to?
Yeah, at least it's on the board.
Okay.
But I mean, it's good to have that conversation. Say, hey, what do you
Yeah,
think
you're
about
right.
getting?
Don't want leadership.
Because if he says, oh, you know, I'm going to take warfare, you know, or you know, whatever the case is.
All right.
Because he's obviously looking at any window he can find
Yes,
to get back
he's
into this
looking
game.
for anything. But in the end, it'll all be for naught because it's just going to work out in TG's favor.
I know everything's coming up Welch with his 0 unit slice.
I'll call it for
See?
1.
So he has telepathic. Doesn't really matter this round, of course, with the leadership pick, and he goes ahead and pops leadership right off the bat.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly. I guess because he doesn't have anything better to do, and he's gonna wait for some secondaries to take advantage
He's
of.
following everything. He's going to get a PDS, some action cards.
You're right. He's really
Tech.
looking to follow with this
He's
token
following
distribution,
everything.
isn't
He doesn't want or need to go anywhere, nor could he if he wanted to.
Nor could he.
So he's just saying, I'm just going to strategize.
So he's just gonna dump a bunch of tokens onto his strategy.
Yep.
All right. Good times. And then we move over here to Mantis with the politics pick. Diplomacy has not been taken this game,
Yeah.
which reminds me, I do need to update this because we are in round 3 now. Good to go.
Do you need me out right away, or are you doing something else first?
So no diplomacy
Sorry,
pick
were you talking to
again.
me?
Mm.
Warfare has not been taken
Do you want
since
me out
round
right
1,
away, or
Well,
just-
and then we move on to Mantis
I
with
mean,
politics.
you can probably spend them because anyways they're gonna.
So what's going on here? How
Put
did
them out,
these
they're
units
going
get
here,
into this
and then
b-hole?
I'll spend them that way. That's why. So I'm fine either way. But if you don't need them right away, I can.
Are
Actually,
you
I'll-
tracking
I'll
this?
do
Where
it
did
with
these units come from?
Sorry,
I don't
which units?
mind.
The units on the b-hole. When did...
Yeah,
It must
he
have been at the
swung
end of
some
round
ships
2?
over.
Was this at the end of round 2?
Yes.
Okay.
It was after he lost everything. He decided to move some more things into the
So I
heart
am
of
building
danger.
and blood.
So Mantis, I believe he chaos mapped another dread before doing this. No.
Just for the production capacity. I mean, if you're, what it gets you is one extra
I'm gonna
production
follow
capacity if
for
you're gonna
PDS.
build there anyway, and you're gonna build 2 space dot. Or,
Right, I'm saying did he though? I can't tell. if he
Oh,
did
I'm
or
not sure. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I can't
I would
tell.
doubt it
So
because it's a lot to
In
spend.
fact, it looks like he moved everything back from Starpoint New Albion.
well, yeah. I mean,
Alright, for 6, I'm gonna
so
do a dreadnought,
Sorcerer's
steel
packing
fighters, and
exo triremes now. Like we said, you cannot mess with those. You can have as many super dreads as you want. I will destroy them all if you are
Ooh,
near me.
map's coming.
Right,
right?
so just go ahead and protect them.
Yeah. So
I
so
have
some
almost
fighter
5
coverage.
space dock. I have
Yep,
to
so
do it
you can
where
count on
everyone is.
him, Snorcer
Yeah,
moving a
actually,
dread
yeah.
into Starpoint New Albion with a carrier and taking those planets back.
And
Easy
build up
peasy.
some good stuff. So we have a very early pop, obviously, of construction here from Matt. Matt's going to drop one of his floating factories on Techeron Torcon. And then he's also going to put a PDS on Quan. Do you agree with
right
this
now
play?
I don't have ground forces, so even if you were to come,
Yeah, I mean, you put your space dock where you have the
Not
most
much you
plastic
could do.
that is in the least danger.
Oh, so Ruffians is saying that
I
Snorcer
doubt you wanna
and
leave
Mantis
that
actually worked
for
out a
Mantis to
support
just go
swap
through
deal
you.
that they're going to do, apparently.
So
well, why
Mantis,
wouldn't they
if
have
I
done
do
it
trade,
already
what
then?
will it take for
Well,
you
because
not to pillage me?
they have to move things around
So
and
the whole-
be.
And they're going to have to give them back
Um,
anyway?
Yeah,
You
they
even watch with
you know
me
ships are
and
because they
that's
can't
the
swap
other
him
one
now
I'll
because
go
then
to
Mantis
tomorrow.
stays where he's at. He keeps those planets.
So you've got
You can't
Okay,
take 'em.
trade agreement.
So, but do you agree with this PDS play out of Matt? I don't.
I don't think it matters where you put the PDS,
No, I'm saying. Oh yeah, that's right.
And then-
Okay.
but
And then I won't
Quan
gain
is
much
what
from the others because you're gonna try to
separates
pillage
the
them,
rest of
right?
your slice. You know, I mean, it's
I'll
the
throw
point of
one on
entry
top
into
as
your
well if you
slice.
Right.
You can't pillage me.
and it's on a wormhole.
Yeah, so you can't pillage purple. Can you pillage red?
So-
You can't pillage
Yeah.
red.
If you're looking to go
No, you
PDS
can
two
just
or whatever,
pillage
that's
purple
that's
and green,
most
yes.
impactful position for you.
So
that
green,
you can
yeah,
expect
green
it to
you'd
last.
be pillaging.
Right.
So how about no pillage at all, and I refresh both you and yellow and straight.
But
white?
really, you're doing it for the
Okay, that
dot. Who
works.
cares where the PDS goes?
So we have Snorcer pop. Go ahead and pop trade here. He was
Hold
working
on,
out
wait,
a
before
little
I
bit
do
of
that,
the trade
before I play
negotiations
trade, I just
before
want to make sure
confirming that he
does
did
green,
want to
red,
pop that
and
strategy
purple
card.
own their
He
own
does
research
indeed go
agreement,
ahead and
trade
flip
agreement,
it.
Yeah,
or no?
I do. I do have my own research agreement.
And
Trade
then he's
agreement.
working out
Yeah.
a deal with
Okay.
Trade agreement. Yeah.
Scooter here,
So-
I think.
I'm gonna play trade. Now,
Yeah,
so
because
the
at this
first thing
point,
that's gonna happen is a. This is gonna be mine. Do the wash with Mantis.
Scooter. I
I'm gonna have
mean,
to do
yeah,
the other
you
deals
just
because
trade
otherwise
with
it
him,
just
whatever.
won't
You
work.
don't even have to worry
I won't
about
be
it.
like I won't have enough resources.
He's just taking construction for the rest of the
Um,
game. That's it.
Oops! God damn it! I need to map this.
Are you refreshing me? Because I would technically be first.
So Mantis is going to go before
Um,
Scooter.
yeah,
Are
I'm
you
gonna
looking for
refresh you
Mantis to
for
do
regular
anything
3 for 4.
cheeky and kind of maybe
No.
try and pick off one of the,
Uh,
pick off his only dock or something?
Oh well.
There's that.
I mean, Mantis is already locked
Then
in a
yellow,
good
you're gonna get
portion of his
refreshed because
fleet.
that's part of the deal.
I
And
think he'll
then,
probably just
red.
like to hold what he has.
You refresh
So,
automatically.
He'll probably just stay pat.
So I'll come back to you then.
got
And
a
then
got a bunch
green,
of
you
super
wanna
dreads
do
on the
3 for
board.
4.
He's got a couple of points. Maybe he's looking to grab.
And as I
What's he
understood
represented
it,
by
Mantis
the
What
soul
else is
token?
scoreable there?
So there's that.
So for Mantis, who's represented by the soul token, he could save 8 resources.
Matt.
I think he
do you
can
leave
do
me
2
alone,
texts.
Matt?
Yeah, he can do 2 texts and 2 colors if he wants. So
I don't-
he's
I
got
don't have
he's
that
got at least this
Yeah, he.
Where-
uh,
now.
You leave me-
diversify
you leave me
research
alone,
locked
I'll
up
tell
at the end of the round.
Yeah, so if I give 3 to
Yeah,
Matt
he's
before, that
banking
would
on
mean I
two
have to give
texts
you
and 2
trade
colors right now,
goods
so-
and 1
Just go ahead and be
commodity,
happy to
so
get that.
Yeah, so he's
that,
like,
and
build
I
some more
drop
stuff,
1,
hold
so you
what
can
you
just
have,
take your own stuff.
spend
you
all
just
the
take 3,
resources that you
Matt.
can to get all your
And
plastic on the
then,
board.
okay, so TG.
Yo,
Yeah, I was actually just thinking that Ruffians that
uh,
Mantis
you're
maybe
stuck with
pack and gather a mighty
commodities,
fleet.
what I really
But the
want
thing is,
the
he
research
obviously
agreement, which
does
I
this
think you still
regardless,
don't
right?
have, right?
that's correct.
I mean, he's got super dreads. He might
Hello?
not rush them that quickly, but yeah, probably. He probably does have it. He
I can
probably's
hear you,
got
Tyler.
it.
I don't know. I don't think it's as likely
I
as you and
can't
Ruffians
hear you, so
think
it's
because
just-
I think as Mantis you do this anyway.
Oh,
Yeah, it's quite
regardless.
possible.
So Snorcer
But
working
I
out a
wouldn't
lot
put
of
it past
deals.
him to have
regular
it,
2 for
you know?
3 if you want.
Yeah,
And
that's fine.
nobody else is building 5 of those suckers. Right?
that's true. Well, who else can? Nobody else really has that option. I mean, he's chaos mapping him in.
So are we doing that, Snorcer?
Well, I guess.
Yeah, 2 for 3 works for me. I
Yeah,
can
nobody
hear
else
you
is
now.
even looking
Okay.
at building any dreadnoughts.
Yeah, it wouldn't be viable for anybody else. So still working out trade here with Snorcer. He's gonna pack on some trade goods.
All right. And
That's what
my
I was
turn.
thinking, Ginger. Like, why not just go ahead and I don't know, because Matt's already hurting so bad. I guess. I don't know. And you don't want to leave what you have open.
Right. He would be opening himself up a bit. If he comes into Techron Torcon hard, Matt obviously retreats out of there and he gets the planets for sure, but then Matt's just pissed, How long do you even hold it after that?
Because then Mantis won't be allowed to play in the tournament in 2020. All right, we have some mulling over. First action for our wise here. Our yellow. Well, he doesn't.
Their
He needs a
deal.
token
What's
over
their
here,
deal? What's
actually.
their relationship
It's a
status?
con token. But regardless,
It's complicated.
Whoa. I'm not really. I think our relationship status is you're bigger than me, so I'm just kind of quietly sitting here, like I'm not like, you know what I mean?
this is
Yeah.
purple wham dog talking right
Yeah,
now.
You didn't
Yeah,
want
I'm the little spoon,
to-
and
now you're okay with being the little spoon.
no, I'm not saying I'm okay with it. I'm saying that's the facts. I have no choice
It's an
but to be the
entertaining
little
discussion.
spoon right now.
He's not. Hunter is not wrong there. He doesn't really have much choice.
Should we do?
I also don't really know
Grovel
what
harder.
you need from me.
I don't know what I need. I kind of don't need anything from you, but I'm worried if
What he should do really is
What are you-
just
what are
take
you worried
everything
about?
from T.G. Welch. He should just
What
take
about
everything from T.G.
future?
Welch.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would leave Mecha.
What-
I would actually
what-
leave
what
Mechatol
you
Rex.
were foolish enough to dump this dock on Bareg. Gone.
Yeah.
I don't have
Well, how does he get the ground forces?
Well,
over
I
there
would
unless he
pull-
evacuates.
so here's
Mechatol
what I would
Rex?
do.
He's not looking to leave Mechatol Rex to make this point.
I would bring a carrier,
I'm gonna fall attack.
4 ground forces. I would bring all of
And I
that
will, in
stuff
fact, get assault cannon.
over to Kornik Reskalon.
Um,
Take over his planets, Dax of Animator the
I
ground
need to
forces,
have
and build
2
whatever
reds.
I want there.
I see.
And I would just start from there. That's what I would do.
So we are looking at a pretty big round of tech here,
And,
though. Rwise is
also
spending the
PDS2.
6 resources in order to double tech. He's going to pick up fleet logistics. So he's going to go ahead and skip with Tiba.
And carrier 2. Oh, production biomes. Okay.
And he also picks up production biomes.
Yeah, I'm also gonna get PDS2 off of that.
Any requests, Matt?
See now, if he had done fleet
No,
logistics
not-
carrier
especially-
2,
I'm not going to use it.
he could have just
throw
taken
around
both
because
carriers
you know what I mean,
straight into TG Welch's
that I want.
Home
Home system.
straight into the home system.
I think I'll just-
Eliminate the threat. Blockade the other space dock.
I mean, he would have to essentially give up Mechatol Rex in order to do that, though, because
Yeah.
you would be looking to bring not just obviously this one and then one ground force. You're really going to want to bring like 3 of these ground forces.
No, you bring
Uh,
them all. Bring all 5 of them, so that you can build with them all. Like you're as the race he's playing,
Production biomes.
his race
Take
or
him out
his
of that.
ground forces are his most valuable
I was supposed
resource.
to have a yellow
Um,
chip right now. I don't.
That's true. Ginger makes a good point.
They aren't our
He
lords.
does actually have orbital drop. So
Yeah.
he could go ahead and drop and then move in
That's
there.
a good point. Yeah, that's a good
Um,
point.
And
Of course, you don't need to do
But
that.
without Carrier 2, he'd still only be bringing 3 ground forces. Now, obviously,
fighters.
they are Latani. Well, yeah, they are Latani 1s,
They still hit on 8s.
so they still hit on 8s though.
I'm gonna build one additional.
So I don't think he'd be
Actually, no,
looking
we'll
to do
leave
that.
there.
So anyway, that's all that he does, and then he goes ahead.
Then
He passes the turn,
start weighing
and then we see a pretty big
maybe
build
perfections.
out of Hunter here. So he's gonna go ahead and build his flagship to protect himself, obviously, with this Lankara Sodu. And it's directly next to Mechatol Rex.
Looks like the spoons are
So,
getting different sizes now.
A very interesting play, actually, here out of
Yeah,
Wayne
now I
here.
would love to talk RY.
Now,
big
so
build.
here's the thing.
What's up?
Let's just
What
go back to
kind of-
RY's and the text that he picked. So he took fleet logistics because he needed a tech, a second color, right? He needed another tech, and the most valuable one that he can get to get diversify research, which is 2 techs of the same color, was fleet logistics. If he didn't need to do that, say it was 2 unit upgrades or whatever, then he would probably have used the blue skip to go carrier 2 to move all that stuff around that he needs to move around. And then we see TG making a pretty good play, leaving a ground force to keep anybody who's got his support out, but taking away a ground force because he thinks it's going to get killed anyway and Daxived, right? So now you're just keeping ground forces out of the hands of your enemies.
Did he build 1 ground force there?
No, he's still in the process.
Okay.
He
He's gonna
moved
add
the
a.
ground
Oh,
forces.
and he's also. So he is really putting everything into this build.
Yeah, and
He's
what
gonna
did
go
he-
ahead and build the Son of Ra,
Yep,
which is, I mean, it's a flagship that has 2 dice that hit
it's a
on
solid
5.
flagship. It's solid.
Sorry, I've been
Yeah.
sitting here thinking about the tech
It's
attacking the 100,000.
got a good special ability for anybody who wants to bring fighters along. I mean, it's just a
I don't follow
powerful
politics.
fighting ship.
Now, what I'd like to see,
There's a
and
first
maybe Arweiss has
I
made a
mean,
really
not
good
the whole
move
thing. I
in
think
going for the production
maybe bring the
biomes,
cost
because
down
maybe
by
he
1.
makes his next activation, moves
So
in
then what's your
somewhere,
cost?
Think of
What do
th-
you
drops
think of
that,
3.
uses the money from
So,
production biomes, and
if you wanna
drops that
Make it 2 and
Alistair
that,
on the
that's
board
fine,
with a
but I
bunch of
think
ground
3 to start
forces,
with.
right?
You think that
Right.
card is only
So
worth
maybe
one
he's
trade,
just
too.
thought that far ahead,
You
yeah.
insult me. You
and
lose
didn't
me,
rush it.
Nancy.
Which kind of negates the TG Welch
I'm gonna have a
flagship
secondary.
because
Oh, of course.
that anti-fighter barrage isn't going to do anything against those ground forces.
No, the
Um,
only thing in that situation that helps you against that flagship is Dimensional Splicer,
I could
Assault
do 2 and you give me
Cannons,
first pick as the other
um,
option I'd offer. Otherwise, it'd be 3
the
for
Yin
you.
flagship. Like, there's only so many things that help you in that situation, and TG Welch currently has none of them. Space Cannons with Graviton Lasers helps as well, but he's just not built for it.
You just want that? Who is first? So I'll take this, and I still first pick. Does that work? Or do you want first pick?
So they're working out
I mean, I don't know that I can
so
guarantee
we
you
see a
sort of-
politics
we can
pop
talk
here
about it. Like, we
from
can have an open
Mantis, and
discussion
he's
about
looking to
what you
sell
need,
the
and
speaker
I'll
token
consider
to
it, but
Matt.
if I'm like up against the wall still, I don't know if I'll be able to give you first pick. You know, right now there's nothing I need, so it's pretty.
So
likely I can
any-
give you first pick.
So any deal we make should be contingent on you getting whatever pick you want. Is what you're saying?
I think so. I mean, I feel like this is a fair. This is a
I think
fair
so.
thing here.
Because I'm a little behind and I need that first pick.
I'll take that. You get first pick, and I get the pillage off of this transaction. Does that work?
Sure, whatever.
Okay. So Mantis selling speaker essentially for a trade good and a promissory note. Don't know what promissory note that was.
Probably a ceasefire. Or trade agreement. I feel like it's more likely the ceasefire
And I discarded
because that's a lot of dough to cough up, but it could very well have been the trade agreement.
He ends up discarding an assassinate representative, and
We want
speaking of
boring
action
vendors or
cards,
good ones?
we should be looking
Good
for some
ones.
fireworks very shortly because
It's your
every
choice.
single player right now is very action card
Neither
rich.
of us have anything adjacent to Mechatol
Yeah,
Rex
they're all
right now,
stacked.
so
Everybody's primed and ready to go.
I just put.
No,
two
Vid,
different research team
Celia,
propulsions
there,
on the bottom.
nobody has the if
Cool.
in this game.
I didn't even look which ones they were.
Yeah, Mantis does. Mantis, as usual, looks
Right.
like he's ready to score 9 points and lose.
Yeah, the promissory notes that are out are the L1Z and X Barony, Hakan, Jolnar, Sardak, and the Soul promissory notes. So there won't be an if in this one. But that does take us from that deal in which he acquires speaker token to Matt's actual turn. What he's looking to do now, I'm not really sure.
Is anybody else making a move on Mechatol Rex this round?
Anybody else?
Before I waste my
Who-
time?
not.
All I can do is shoot at it with my big ship.
He's not looking to do. What's he looking to just take out the
Will you
dreadnought and
do
the
that?
carrier?
I'm just
Nice.
gonna go take the space above it, or are you gonna fire at?
Why bother
I
doing
see what
that?
you're saying.
To blockade his
Taking
production.
some ships and moving stuff over.
So
there.
that he just can't add ships to it? I mean, as R-wise,
well,
to be
technically,
honest, I'm
all he has
fine
right
with
now
that.
is a
Go
carrier-
ahead.
carrier in
I'm just gonna
space.
I
you
would-
defend the
I
space.
would
I'll
say
just
you're
gonna
dump
make it
some
work.
ground forces here, and no one will ever take it.
I mean,
Like,
you kind of
like,
want your
what's the
I have
ships.
a
right?
like,
Of course
at
you
that
want your
point-
ships, but you're not devastated by it. It's not a big deal. Like
Hunter, I
that
think
that
as
does
a
not
team,
do
we
enough
can
to
mean
waste
enough to
ships
Matt.
for
We can
Matt
let
to
him
go
have
into the
that.
air above Mechatol. That's not a good play.
No, I don't feel the way you guys feel. I would
Yeah,
like
it's
to be
odd.
paid.
Well, what do you get out of taking the space?
I don't see
yeah,
any point. in it.
I'm also confused as to the play. You're not taking the planet. Right now, he only has 2 things up there.
Yeah, and you can actually hear Wham Dog talking to Scooter here and saying, "Look, what are you really gaining?"
Oh, he's thinking he can get
I
tech
forgot
out of
that you
it.
have necro ability.
Oh, does
Everything that
does
you
Matt
can
have
all do
singularity?
all the time, which
He
is
does have
bad.
singularity.
Which is why I'm not taking this as seriously as I should be.
My other option would be attacking Welland again, but I just feel.
I think you're kind of cursed there.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
What about something?
I think Scooter should just be looking at what possible objectives he could pick up here. He's
Well,
got 3 points still.
no. If he hits
Oh,
hits,
wait. Well, I am
yellow.
currently at my hand limit.
then and destroys a unit, he's at 2 and 2 colors. 2
okay.
text and 2 colors, right?
Okay.
So
I'm at
that's
my
a
hand
point
limit,
for
so
him.
you can't
Okay.
do it.
So-
And
So that's what we're
card
looking
one,
at.
two.
Now that play makes.
Because then he
a
goes
little
out
more
there,
sense.
he builds. You know what's funny though, with what he's
Like it.
packing, he's not out of this game. By
No.
any, like, he construction he has to recovery,
Okay.
but like
I'm good.
reactor meltdown's out now.
They won't be
You
firing.
don't have to worry about it. He's
We can do
he's
it-
still
we can do it the proper way.
a technological singularity. He still he
Yeah,
can
I was
still
gonna say,
steal
that's
techs.
kind of a magi move right there.
Yeah, but and I
So
like it
he's,
when he did
he's
it.
still okay.
No.
But I only like it 'cause
So he
it's
is
so
looking to go ahead,
Yeah, exactly.
go in here,
I was playing a
grab,
casual
like
game
you
with
said,
somebody
grab a
who did something like that, I would
technology,
just be
qualify
like,
for that
"This is-
objective, literally
You're a
moving
maniac. You're literal.
everything that he owns in the sky
Yeah,
into the spot.
in true Star fashion.
Lucky for him,
That's all the stuff
Wham
that
Dog's
I need.
fleet is locked down, so he doesn't have to worry about being eliminated again.
I kind of don't. I kind of don't like this for the table though, because I feel like this is just going to incentivize him to just pump purely ground troops, which I guess is probably what he was going to do anyways.
He's just orbital dropping.
Seven's
this
so
is-
smart.
this is like-
What'd I say? I said something smart? Dang.
Probably the objective.
God.
Like,
Fucking
does
hell.
he even need orbital drop?
Oh
Isn't
wow,
that
and then we
kinda
see a
redundant?
skilled retreat out of
With-
Rwise.
with
Yeah.
money?
And here's the thing, though, is if I was
sort of,
if
but
I was
also it's
Rwise,
great for
I
when
would
you
have
a
shown him
spot
the
like
skilled
this that
retreat
doesn't have anything
before
on
he
it.
came.
Yeah. No, I mean for Megaton.
What? Because I still want to
still
use
think
those
it's
ships
the
and
coolest- it's the
activate.
coolest faction ever
He's
made.
for
Don't get me
he's
wrong.
taken the
Do not
planet.
get me wrong here, y'all.
Well, I guess now you just take the ships and leave the ground forces and say, come on in. But you want to use that stuff.
Well, you can risk it with the
Um,
ground force. If you get one hit, you get it.
You can't shoot a skill.
So you're saying Rwise could have been like, "Hey, I got this action card. You're not going to
You're
get
not gonna
anything
get your
out
point
of
over
it.
here."
Just don't waste your time. I
Exactly.
get to keep my ships and actually
Exactly.
do something with them this
Exactly.
round."
What I'm saying is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
if you
I hear you.
land the ground force,
That's
and
valid.
you just
Because
get
I
one
thought
hit,
that's what
you
I
still
thought
get
that's
the
what he would
tech.
have.
Oh, no.
If I'm packing that skilled retreat and say, "Hey man, if you're coming for this
I'm-
tech, you
I'm
ain't gonna
not
get it
saying
over
it's
here."
the best move. I'm saying
Well, I
it's
guess
great.
Scooter should.
You're probably right.
What's Scooter
Don't have a
producing here?
resource.
He doesn't have the capacity to
I
produce any ground forces.
At the end of this anyway.
His fleet supply
Yeah,
is
fuck it. Whatever. It's already
at 4,
the best game ever.
so he could add some ships if he feels like it. And he doesn't want to just burn these planets, or he doesn't want to waste these planets doing
yeah, he's gonna
nothing.
build.
So he's got at least 4 resources.
Not gonna work.
Plus.
He's gonna build at least.
No, he doesn't have Sarween.
Oh, he
yeah,
landed.
plus Sarween.
He landed the ground force. Why?
Okay, so let's go ahead and waste a ground force.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he kill one dude. So what? And then he gets the dax of another dude in there.
You gave him a ground force.
All right, so his capacity, he doesn't have carrier 2, so he has a capacity
Alright,
of 9. And then we're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
go ahead
8, 9, 10,
and
11.
do This.
Am I missing something on Mechatol here? He's 2 over capacity.
Guys,
Well, his space dock gives him 4, his carrier gives him 4, and,
grab
and the
Rex,
dreadnought gives him
grab
1.
fighter. And yeah, we can trade supports now if you want.
Support swap.
4,
Looks like-
5,
looks like
6,
he's
7,
2
8,
over
9,
capacity
10,
to me.
11. He should only have 9
And just because
capacity.
of fucking
This is-
around on a pillage too.
Are you gonna pillage?
You gonna?
I got it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just did.
For real? Okay, whatever. I did say when we made the deal that as long as there
Oh,
was
okay,
no
alright,
pillage
fine,
over any
fine,
stuff.
Man,
You're-
Snorser and Mantis are sitting on so many trade goods.
Probably not 7. Because I was, I wasn't thinking about what would be left there. I probably have to adjust. 4, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Okay, I need to have built.
It's
2
always
extra
best
forces.
to ask them, even if you know there's, the capacity's wrong. It's always is the capacity
wanna
good there
lose two
instead of
fighters?
saying the capacity's all
No,
jacked
you're right.
up over
You're
there.
right.
Well, I
It's
guess
the
if
way
we're
you
gonna
broach
play,
the
like,
subject.
Exactly.
I hear you.
Dickhead.
Yeah,
Then
you're
you're
right.
like, this fool's always telling me about my damn
builds.
capacity, as opposed to it's like, this guy's full of good
Oh, yeah, that's
questions.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Just
I'm
continue
just
to
saying
fuck
that
me
if,
over.
if I were in
All of this insight.
no,
I-
if
I'm a
were-
professional
I'm just saying,
spectator.
I'm saying if I were in
And
your position and
capacity
I'm guessing
rectifier.
that you built a
You
ground
probably have
force on, like,
spectated
bombarding
more
and
Twilight
risking it
Imperium
for Mechatol.
than a lot of people
If
have
not,
played.
then
Than most people have played, yes.
units is great. But if you wanna take
It's funny because I
Mechatol,
made a comment
make
in
as
a
many
game
points as
recently
you can kill
that
one
I've probably
Has all
destroyed
kinds of
more
shit next to it,
units
I mean,
wants to go for it.
due to correcting capacity as a spectator than most players have destroyed
In their
actually
actual game.
playing Twilight Imperium.
Along the same vein.
Just a
but-
fighter here and a ground force there.
Yeah, it just adds up.
I've
over
destroyed
time.
whole races.
Hey, can you already got this cruiser here. Can you really add that destroyer
Yeah, I mean,
too?
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
I
not-
gotta destroy that.
Oh,
Another one bites the dust, man. I'm just racking them up.
A long con.
racking up kills in games you're not even in.
I'm gonna whisper Matt.
Right.
Oh yeah, Yellow, did you get your active from that?
So,
I did.
what are we seeing here out of Snorcer? He passed, but I didn't see him do
Oh,
anything.
and so here's what we were saying. Why land the ground force?
What
Because
am I
if he
doing?
scores a hit, he gets a tech
Alright,
Oh, right, of
for
course.
his
Duh.
objective.
Right, of course. Yep. So, it is the correct play.
Yeah, it was a good play. I mean, even if it only gave Arwise another.
Yeah, 20% shot, you grab a tech, you take that every day.
Yeah, and so here we go. Arwise coming over to
Chat box
take
is
his
still up, I didn't bring it down.
sixth
yeah,
planet.
the fighters too.
Yep.
They did. They did.
Is he going to leave Lodor empty or leave that destroyer behind? Is the question.
And I will give you that trade good.
I guess he's gonna build a dreadnought with his home system.
What's my other move? Oh, I guess I'm the cruiser.
You should take the destroyer too.
No, he went for the cruiser.
Go ahead and build with Latani.
It really sucks from not having Sarwing yet, but
Yeah, and you do want to leave that alpha plugged up with Mantis
Oh, yeah.
on the other side of
yeah,
it.
just leave the destroyer. That's
Oh yeah, totally. Let's do it.
We are formally announcing.
We've swapped. We've made the swap. We're even spin.
Welch not looking as weak as he
Ooh.
was, though.
It's been
I'm gonna
now
whisper green.
he's really gonna regret doing
we both
that,
move up to 3, which is really
swapping
cute.
that support if
think you're
purple comes in there
I
and
think
tries
the
to take
fleet's
up
now
this
more
for you.
protected.
Are we looking at a support right now? Oh, there was already
Yeah.
a support swap, so we do need to update the points here a bit.
That's true.
Who
It's a little
has
difficult
white
to keep,
support for this room?
To
Blue,
keep up
blue.
on.
Okay.
But it
Yes.
looks like,
Blue's got one.
um,
Wait.
and especially
Yeah, we
because,
R-Wise, we probably should have waited
all right,
around, but this is okay.
yeah.
geez, okay, you're gonna have to help me here on this point.
People
update.
scoring stuff.
No, so we've got,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So 4 is correct for Welch, right?
Yes.
And then what's next? We've got
Then we have
a whole bunch of people at 3 with these support swaps.
Soul. Okay, well
Hey,
let's
did you
just
just
let's
move or are you
just
using food?
everybody's got a support. So let's rectify who on here doesn't have a support
Okay.
first.
Only green and red I have swapped here.
Okay,
I'm
then all the
going
other colors have them. So
to stall, and I'll spin.
Let's start
Lost
with-
Archer.
Okay, so who's Hakan? Hakan is R-wise?
Hakan is R-wise and he's yellow. So yellow has purple support.
All right, so purple support is yellow.
Rise of the Messiah from Tyler.
Okay, and
Um,
then yellow support belongs to purple.
Yeah.
Yellow support. Yep, because they've swapped with each other.
Okay,
Oh shit.
And
Ghost ship from
and then
Mantis.
now we have
Red support.
gray and blue
who have swapped with each other.
who have swapped with each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mantis is now
Last one's remaining.
adjacent to.
Everyone but red. Oh no, not
No
even
one
purple
knew.
either. Red or purple.
Yeah, that didn't change your adjacency to anything.
No, it did.
The button to change it to blue was
But
you.
now the Mechatol stuff
Right,
stay in
and
Mechatol.
B is for black/gray.
I see.
But we're still missing a point somewhere. Because only one player is 2.
Yeah, so it's between what the Jocknar and Snorcerer. Snorcerer is Barony, isn't he?
I don't know.
I need to see their races to know who was who again.
Well, you do have it on
Oh,
the
I can
screen.
I can look myself. Snorcerer is my net, so he's at 3, which
Alright.
Yeah, so we have Jolnar is good. My net has
Yeah, so it's Snorcer who needs to move up to 3.
okay,
Eh,
so
which is
he's
my
got
net.
5 trade goods. He's got Grays, and he also has
support.
What? Where's his third point coming from? That's where I'm lost.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
There's nothing else up here for another point. How does
Yeah.
my net have 3?
Oh boy.
That's what we're
Actually, yeah,
missing.
it did change your adjacency. You weren't adjacent to yellow before that.
Oh, I was, because he still has this planet.
Oh no, you were because he has a planet, right? I forgot. Planets count. My 3 points
Are incorrect.
I don't know why I had 3.
Two
Okay.
people wanted to bump you up when we did support swap, so I'm guessing.
I think so.
All right.
I know I was 1 behind you, so yeah, I'm at 2 points.
Oh man.
All right. So far, it's been a pretty good game, right?
Yeah.
We've had a lot of
Should I be at 2?
excitement.
How do I get-
A lot of back and forth.
A lot of
I put
back and
myself up
forth.
at 3?
And you know what we said about the map,
Who's that
all those
I
planets
know,
being
you're
right
also
up in
two,
people's
yeah.
faces, whatever. There's just a
Well, I
lot
would-
of
at one point
not-
I was like, yeah, I'm going up
there's
to 3,
conflict,
but I don't
but
understand.
more than conflict, it's just necessary interaction.
Mhm.
You know, it's not nobody's waging wars, but people are mixing it up with each other because they have to.
Mantis, was
And you
this
have to
destroyer
figure
a
out what that
stall,
looks
or
like
was
for
he-
everybody.
Yeah, the objectives have
Well, it's a
also
stall, but I also
been
don't want you
a
to
big
come
part of
back
that,
here
right?
because it's
6
not-
non-home planets.
You know,
But
and
not
I
eyeballing
make this
me. What do you mean
this
come
analogy
back?
all
Well,
the
he
time.
has
It's a
Twilight
destroyer,
Imperium
what do
is
you
like a
want to do?
dance,
Well, I want to kill
Right?
that destroyer now.
and
Protect.
all of these
Well,
partners
I don't like that. If you kill that, then I'll
are,
take your
you know,
planet.
dancing together. And what we've done though is turned up the tempo and put on some crazy ass music
I have no
Right.
for everybody to dance to. And your good players, like everybody on the board, are finding a way to dance their way through the song. And it, you know, it's just fun to watch and it's nice to see.
Also, it's a
Absolutely.
destroyer too, so it's not an 8. Watch out.
It's what?
It's a destroyer.
So it looks like Scooter's mulling over what he wants to do here.
Fuck 6 ways to Sunday, so whatever.
You want some more beer?
Yeah, I'll take another. And then, I actually need my juice. I think there might be a bottle of juice and... No, it's a bottle of vape juice in the bathroom, maybe. I'm not sure where it
I
is.
do not know what to do.
I'll go look for it when you get back if you can't find it. So I have no idea what Scooter's doing here. Yep.
I mean, you're probably taking that plan. Anyway.
Right.
Might as well try to get the hit on the destroyer rather than not having a chance against the dreads, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe he locks that down if you want to retreat. Fuck it. I have literally nothing left to lose anymore.
Okay, so it looks like Scooter's gonna go ahead and try and grab
Holy
another
shit.
technology
Okay.
here. Go ahead and send that carrier into Mantis's
You got anything?
destroyer on the Bravo hole.
Do not.
It's gonna be a pretty expensive loss, though, if he doesn't hit anything here. I mean, he's got 50-50 odds.
You
Two?
can,
I guess.
Let me know if
And he is behind. When you are behind in Twilight Imperium, you do have to take a risk, because even if he loses the carrier, loses this fight, so it's a little bit better than 50-50. Because he just
Getting
needs to
closer.
land a hit, even if
Round 4.
Mantis lands a hit here, he gets to pick up that tech.
And going out.
0
He
Wait.
does grab that hit, and he does
Yay.
grab a tech.
2 triggers not to play shields holding.
Oh shit.
Oh my gosh. And then Mantis has a shields holding. And he's
You get a hit,
trying
you
to
get a hit,
extort
go
him
again.
for his last
Let's
2
go
trade
again.
goods not to play it.
Oh fuck.
Scooter won't pay up, so another round of combat here. He does get a shields holding out of his hand,
Oh,
I
it wants
guess.
to be a 9, but it's not.
Just these two 20% 9+ rolls going back and forth.
God.
Another round of
What
0.
are those?
Just
No hits?
Another round of 0. Another round of 0-0.
I'm in hell.
Matt says he's an L, and he loses the carrier. And he plays his own Shields Holding.
The one you offered to sell me earlier, and I told you it was only worth.
Oh my god.
Touche.
I mean, essentially, you just traded Shields Holding for 2 trade. You could have paid 2 trade goods and held your Shields Holding. Another round of 0. I've lost count. I don't know how many rounds this is now.
Oh,
I-
so
am I
close
wa-
to mine.
Am I one behind, or I can't remember?
No, you're at roll now.
Yeah, he's got to roll. Mantis has to roll. Another round of 0-0.
There's one.
Oh.
And the carrier comes through again. Wow. Many, many, many rounds. But
And
ultimately,
I'll
it
take-
costs him a token and a Shields Holding card
guess I can-
in order to finally get.
I think if
A
you want the point, you have
technology.
to take chaos mapping. I think.
Well,
Um,
take any
Oh no,
one.
not even.
Now, he does have Belfar Assimilator, so if he would like to, he could go ahead and grab Super Dreadnought
The
2s.
issue is I
But
wouldn't be holding
because
on
he's
to
probably
chaos, it's really
looking
just for
to
the point.
score
So I
the
could try to
2
get that
objectives
better
and 2
later.
colors, well,
Might as
actually,
well do chaos mapping.
yeah, he'd have to take a blue here, so he could grab Chaos Mapping,
Yeah, that's gonna help you.
which he
oh,
does. He
well,
grabs
you're-
Chaos Mapping so he can go ahead and score a 4th point here. So really, as far as victory points are concerned, Scooter is not out of this. He's got some ground to cover in order to come back. Strategic gameplay. Exactly, Ginger. Oh my
I have
gosh.
1 activation left, and I have a lot of money.
That was crazy to watch. Okay, so we're back to Snorcer here.
Oh,
Whew. That was... We've seen some of the wackiest timings
Hunter's
For,
activated, so he won't be doing
action cards
anything.
in this game. Fighter prototype
I'll
on
just
1
pass.
fighter, morale boost on 1 cruiser that is then sabotaged. We do see go ahead and see a pass out of Snorcerer, so he's finished here. Looks like Arwise is going to spend Jord. I believe that's his only unexhausted planet, and he does have no trade goods. So he's looking to spend 4 resources, no Sarween tools, and build in his home system. No, actually, he looks like he's taken back and thinking about that.
I guess
So-
production by-
Thank you. So, Scooter.
Hey, I'd love to be your buddy.
Out of it.
Oh, that's nice and cold.
I already.
Scooter moved 1 carrier in here against Mantis's
If you give them to me, I
destroyer.
won't pillage.
I already made a deal with Tyler.
Eventually, but it took like 10 rounds of combat
I'm gonna play Mining Initiative.
after 0-0-0, and they both burned a Shields Holding.
You get 5 points.
Nice.
He grabbed Chaos Mapping for the 2-2,
All right.
so he can score an objective.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. It just seemed like he just wants.
I'm almost as cool as Purple. I'm gonna play Industrial Nation and gain 1 trade good.
Ooh.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, maybe that was just
Well played,
staging.
sir.
We do see a Industrial Initiative action card play from Mantis here.
Before moving out.
Yeah, no, but I got it.
Passes it back over to green.
Snorcer, you wanna?
You want to do that now?
I kind
wanna
of
do that now?
need.
And it looks like this is probably not Mining
So,
Initiative.
yeah,
What's the
me
one where you
and,
exhaust a
me
hazardous
and,
for trade
Gunnar
goods?
swapping
Wait, let
action
me.
cards.
Hold on. Does this
Oh,
make
they're
any
just
sense?
swap. They're
What am I
making some
thinking
sort of
these
action card
cards?
trade with arbiters. He doesn't have arbiters. Oh, Scooter has arbiters.
Oh
Sure.
shit, that
No.
doesn't work at all.
It doesn't do anything. Never mind. That's
It doesn't do what I thought either. Never mind.
Snorcer rejects the deal. Doesn't do
Well,
I'm sorry,
anything.
I offered you a shit deal.
There's a part of me that wants it anyways. To be honest with you, purely for the.
We've
well,
got one
Sure.
token here.
I don't mind. Or
Not a
actually,
lot
you know
for
what? I
Scooter
have
to
a
do.
better
We're
one
probably
for
gonna
you.
just go ahead and see a
I have
pass
a much better one for you.
after he fails to
Let me
make
see
any
that
kinds of
cookie.
deals with the table.
Uh,
Not really anything, any deals that he
this
can
one
even
right
work
here.
out.
I
Oh.
have a feeling that that's economic initiative he's showing
Aw.
him. I don't.
Yeah.
It could
it
be.
is technically better.
Yellow sliding trade convoys over here, trying to
No
look at
thank
giving
you,
him trade
Yellow.
convoys for an action card.
He's trying to, TG's trying to just make a buck. He's trying to.
Well, that's R-wise.
Trying
Not
to
Welch.
think of
Oh, that was Arwise's card. You're
a way
right.
to make use of that.
And Arwise neighbors everybody
And
and
you have
will
chaos
forever.
mapping
So
now.
I know, but I don't have, like you pointed out, I don't have the, or I do have the food supply.
Well, he's not neighbors with blue.
chaos mapping. Fleet supply.
Yeah. What did you want in return for that?
Well,
Showed
it's
you,
much
or-
better than the other one. I'll take any action card plus 1 trade good because I'm probably gonna get
Okay.
pillaged.
All right, so that's
Depends what you gave him.
war
Give him something
effort.
he's using against me.
Yeah, it's got to be war
it's
effort.
Not.
He's not looking to delay, right? He's just looking to get an extra
Yeah.
ship.
It's economic initiative.
Oh,
so
it
I'm
is
just
economic
refreshing.
initiative.
You're right the
Alright,
first
I'll
time.
wait to pillage then.
Way to second guess yourself, 7.
Yeah, well, then
Yeah,
you would
he's
talk
not
about
gonna
fleet
do it,
supply,
so
so I
I'll
figured
take-
it was war effort to get a cruiser.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized
he has,
two
you
of
know-
those are 0-3s. So, yeah, if
Yeah, they're not useless, but
Fine.
the $2, whatever, $2 in a stall does it for me.
so go ahead.
I will chaos map. Ground force, whatever. Then I will play economic initiative to ready culturals.
Oh, that's a good play.
Is it?
I didn't realize they were
This
0-3s.
his
I thought
fleet
one
is
of
locked
those
down.
was
What's he looking to do with those
resources.
resources?
I don't care.
I already
What's he
passed.
looking
Well,
to do
he
with
can-
this
he-
influence?
He can, well, he just got 2 resources out of it. He can chaos map a cruiser.
His fleet supply is 4 now. Okay, so he's just really looking for economic initiative to chaos map a cruiser.
Yeah, it's
to
a
Mechatol.
stall. It's a stall. He technically gets 3 resources out of it because he can. Yeah, so
Okay,
there's some value there.
okay. Yeah, I guess you're right.
And why not
So-
have more ships over Mechatol?
Now this game is it's been active, but it's still slow developing because we've actually been on it for 3.5 hours now, and at the end of the round we are just now revealing our last stage 1 objective.
Yeah, and well, and, I mean, you know, the setup takes time. You know, the setup takes some time, and they haven't been necessarily easy objectives.
How many
There
years
has
are
been a
playing?
good deal of scoring though.
Big game.
This like points are getting scored.
Only red and blue have passed.
Yeah, so everyone in the corner are still playing.
Well, I don't really want to stall anymore, so I'm just gonna play Imperial. I don't feel
I'll do the secondary.
So Whamdog does go ahead and play
We're not at a
Imperial
discard
here.
Moment yet, are we?
What'll
Lee?
be interesting is
I
to see
don't
if there's
think so.
anything that he can actually score off of this. I'm not tracking
Oh, and
anything for him to score, right?
the one I'm gonna claim is
Oh, here he
5
is.
trade goods.
Okay, so he does have 5 trade goods. And his token is represented by what? He is the mine net.
Oh,
That's not you. Aren't you? You're the bear
No.
sheet, Hunter.
Jesus Christ! Keep
Oh
thinking
no,
I'm
he's
Wizards, 'cause I have
he's
all the
represented by
Wizards
the
stuff.
barony token. Okay, either way, the score is still correct.
Yeah, that's almost the one thing we need. Like, we need like one generic faction.
Snor's
made
getting
in
left
all
behind in the
different
points a
colors,
little bit here.
and then just control markers that are
And that could be
Mhm.
cool.
player color.
I do one thing that I do though that helps, and I see Tyler and Mantis did it as well. We put a like a control marker on top of our home system.
Yeah, in
The-
fact, I wish they would do
yeah.
that just because it helps me in tracking
Read it,
everything
well,
that's
mine's the
going
same,
on.
But yeah, I see the.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
They were talking about putting one of the
Like,
control markers over the symbol on the home
one
system,
thing
and it
that,
actually helps me
that,
keep track
you
of.
have from Lizix is
Did
the
you
home
turn
system.
up the
Okay.
output?
Yeah, that's really all it
No.
is.
It seem mad loud.
Well, and there.
I seem mad loud.
no, the
Where's the?
Yeah, they do seem louder now,
Hold
don't
on.
they? I noticed
Yeah,
that
I
all of a
see
sudden,
It's right here.
but I didn't
Just
mess
do
with any
that.
of the settings.
And
So
then
Now.
that helps.
Yeah.
it's better. I might have touched something.
I sent you a message, Matt.
all right, so Mantis is whispering Scooter. It is on Mantis to act. Not sure what he's looking to do here. He's already popped politics. He only has 1 token left. All of his space docks are activated, and he could try to claim some planets, but it doesn't really do much for him because he has already scored the 6 non-home,
Mantis, what's up?
I sent message.
and he
Matt.
already is
yeah,
qualified
he's been
for
thinking
the
about
it.
diversify to score at the end of the round.
You're
So
what, invading 2v1?
I think they're trying to work
Don't
out
mind
some
Macaron?
sort of transaction.
I mean, I
But
see
honestly,
why.
after that, I would look for Mantis to pass here.
don't know. I mean, I feel like my odds are okay at keeping Quan. Because how many things... You're only bringing 2 dudes, as far as my count is considered.
Okay, I'll go for it.
Okay, so we do have some sort of threat by Mantis here. And he was trying to work out something for not following through with it. Matt not taking the deal, and then we are going to see an attempt at taking a planet. Now, he does have a PDS on Quan. He doesn't have Plasma, so if he decides to land the forces, we will at least see, at the very least, a 1v1, assuming that he hits on the PDS. If not, then it's a 2v1, which is even better for Mantis here.
Okay.
I have anti-mass.
Definitely doesn't need to activate Graviton here, but will probably not get another chance to do so. So
Well, he would need a direct hit card to make it worthwhile.
he's got PDS 2s,
Then
or he's
I'll
got
land both guys.
Dreadnought 2s anyway. Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
I will...
Oh, right. Yeah,
PDS.
so there's no point in activating Graviton.
Yeah, he would have fired.
Come
He would have
on.
taken a hit on Dreadnought matter.
So here's the PDS roll against the incoming ground forces, which
I'm
also
not doing
miss.
anything start of combat.
So basically 2 50-50s. The first one didn't matter as much, but Scooter does miss
Boy, I
both
would
of them.
love better
Um,
luck.
So now we will see the ground combat. It's a miss from both players. That was probably Scooter's only chance in order to keep this planet. No, I take that back. So now we have a 1v1 after the second round.
Yeah, it's a 1v1.
Oof.
No hits again for Mantis, and really just holding
I think
Quan
one
is
round
good
is
enough
one more roll.
for Scooter here.
Well, I got one... Oh, you did roll just one.
Yeah, we do need another round from
Okay, fine.
Scooter.
Yeah, I'm just...
He has a chance right here to just go ahead and keep the planet and end it, making it
Nope.
worth. Now,
Another roll.
and the good thing here is if he just lands a hit, he keeps the planet anyway. And
Yeah.
makes okay, so he lands a hit. So really not a big deal from Scooter here.
I think you get one more roll, right?
From Mantis attack. Scooter's actually kind
I
of
did
just
my
fine.
fourth.
He rolled the
After
dice
this.
and won.
That 9 was a 4.
Now we do need one more combat roll to see if Scooter does get to keep this ground force on Quan. And he does. He doesn't even lose the ground force at all.
I figured
And then plays Lucky Shot.
Nice.
And I'll Chaos Map. Excuse me, I will Chaos Map before that.
Oh my gosh. A terrible
Alright.
turn of events.
I passed
For Mantis here, actually. He wastes the token, he loses a
You do
Dreadnought,
also
and
have
he
an
loses
opportunity
2
to
ground
get
forces.
a tech, I do believe, if you haven't done so already.
Oh yeah, the ground combat you won, or you killed the guy in ground combat.
Yeah, really not a beneficial action there from
Gonna
Mantis.
pass. And also, I'm gonna step away for a minute. I'll be back in like a couple.
Alright, time to eliminate Hunter.
He then Mantis also is completely open on Melon Zobot now.
I'm Chaos Mapping a dude.
He needs to be careful about capacity here, though, because he's sitting on 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, did
Oh,
you get
no,
your-
I don't have my capacity. So
Yeah,
sorry,
okay,
I
he
probably
caught it.
Chaos Map.
He's
But
gonna
did
fix
you
his
get your tech
capacity
for the
here.
ground combat yet?
No, thank you. Well, I can't do Super Dreadnought 2. I guess it's probably Duranium, unless it's Plasma for some reason.
Oh, Duranium would be a nice little pickup right here.
Oh yeah, he's looking at what tech he wants to pick
Or
up.
anything.
Now, if he's future planning for objectives, does that factor into this technology pick at all?
Options.
Well, kinda. I mean, he's got chaos mapping. I mean, if he was to get, say, anti-mass right here,
Destroyer 2.
then he
I
could own
wish.
the
If I
wormholes,
hadn't lost
right?
all my destroyers earlier,
Because
I'd be
currently,
doing
what
fine,
Mantis
but-
has chaos mapping, and that's where he got it. What
I'd
I like
rather
to
do
do if I'm going to get
Duranium.
chaos mapping is be the first dude in the wormhole. If there's another cat that's got chaos mapping,
He could start
but-
on his unit techs by grabbing. No, then he'd have to give up chaos,
chaos mapping.
Um,
I like
well, he
Duranium.
could grab Destroyer 2.
I
start
like
working on-
Duranium here. I mean,
Yeah. I
oh,
think you're
destroy.
right.
He's got Destroyer 2?
Right.
Bruh. You go Destroyer 2.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
You don't
actually.
have any destroyers on the board though, so and maybe you think you can get Destroyer 2.
That's
later.
true, but if I think destroyers on the board are easy. He's got chaos
Yeah,
mapping. He's
that's
dumping
true.
a resource
That's true.
to put him in.
It's all true.
He's future planning for objectives should any unit-based objectives come out because we still have one stage 1 left. So 2 unit upgrades could be a thing.
No, 2 off. No, the Dreadnought was there.
And I get that he doesn't have any destroyers,
So I actually
but
couldn't have ever built that initial.
I mean, Duranium pretty much only affects the one
Chaos
Dreadnought
Mapping
he
is
has
not
on the
paying off
board.
in the way I
Anyway,
needed it to. I'm
Yeah.
screwing
I
up.
mean, Duranium's not a terrible pickup. It is a red
I
tech.
think you had the resources for that.
At the time, I didn't. Well, the first time I built
It's
the ground
fine.
force,
I think
it
either
never
one is
built
fine
in the first place,
here,
and
to be
wasted
honest.
$1 on that. I'll take that hit,
That
whatever.
sucks.
But then after that was the cruiser just now.
But
or before,
Mantis's
and now I
action
have
ends
an
up being
opportunity
really
to-
good for Scooter. He's sort of clawing his way back into this game a little bit.
Yeah.
Ah, that
I mean,
sucks
he's
so
got the right
much.
stuff to do it too. He's got his moving space dock still. Chaos mapping is sweet, especially if you're throwing
dropped
space
that.
docks around.
Carry
But
was
also as R-wise, sitting at 3 victory points, you can't be too upset by this because you like your odds in fighting 4 ground forces against your 6 Latanis that are sitting on Mechatol Rex, and he's protecting the sky above Mechatol Rex for you.
Well, I think you can also fully expect him to activate
Yeah,
Mechatol
Hunter's
Rex
there.
and build 4 ground forces there. Oh no, he's passed,
Yeah,
so
Right.
he's looking to stand pat.
So I suppose, well, he doesn't have plasma though. So if he bombards, it's only the
So
one
everybody's
guy.
passing.
I have
Yeah.
Gatekeeper and 5.
Yeah, you're really not too worried.
Nice.
Oh, it
That's
looks
what the
like everyone has
competition was.
passed
So
and they're
you
going to go
block
ahead
a
and
point
score here,
here,
so I will
and
need a
you
little
wanted
bit of help in
pay for
I mean-
updating the
I wouldn't
scoreboard.
Go for Quan.
I would have probably activated and dropped 4 more ground forces on there just for good
I
measure.
have the
Just
6
so everybody can
planets,
say you could just they stay away.
6 non-homes.
All right, so who is scoring? Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. Yeah. So red picked up 5 TG, 5 trade goods.
Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and update that. Red 5 trade goods, which gets him to 5, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We've got Snorcer as blue,
6 non-home planets.
6 non-home planets. And that did not update him though, but that's
How's
okay.
scoring?
Okay, he's updated now.
Mantis got 5 trade goods and become a gatekeeper.
So he's
So-
got
secret.
Gatekeeper, which is the
Oh,
secret.
Pacer,
Did
did you
Hunter-
want like
did that come
every
back?
What, Alpha and Beta?
Yeah.
And then Mantis is that color.
Yeah, Hunter's
also
not
thing is so
flexible, you have to
broken.
let him
Okay, there we go.
score as
And
soon as he
then
gets back.
we've got Scooter, who is doing.
8 resources.
He can't
He's
score
not scoring
3.
the spend, so we
Why
have
is he
to
typing all of
wait
that?
To reveal the next
Oh, no,
he
he
already-
typed everything that he'd ever scored.
Alright.
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right, so he's got green there.
Go
3
ahead and
adjacent
reveal
to
the
an
last one.
anomaly.
Eight
All right, so
influence.
Then 8
Scooter, who
influence.
is represented by the.
Well, that sucks. Matt has it right now.
Well, he's at 4, regardless. Welch. Yeah.
Welch,
so Welch,
we've already got. Well, he just picked up 5 trade goods.
Okay, we are missing. Who is the
Purple and blue. Purple
1,
and
2, 3, 4?
yellow.
Looks like we are missing one. Gosh, why do they have to make this so complicated?
That's fine.